and raised in Washington, D.C. My mother who is still living, she is from Georgia. And my father, he was from Ghana, West Africa. So I'm a combination of two very diverse cultures, but they married them, and here I am. Was also always raised to have pride in myself, but also to respect others and to just be non-judgmental. Even if my background, my lifestyle was different from others, I've always been taught to respect and to have empathy. I always had a lot of difficulty with mispronunciation. The teacher would mispronounce my name, and the kids would laugh, and I would feel very badly. When I went home and told my parents, my dad talked with me about the history of my name, and how I am different. I'm not like, you're not a Brown and you're not a Smith. I started to perceive myself differently in terms of just having more pride in my name and my culture. Probably from kindergarten through sixth grade, I was in predominantly African American schools. So I didn't really have an opportunity to interact with diverse groups until high school, when my parents sent us to all girls high school that was predominantly white. My mother is a retired nurse practitioner, she said. And I remember this to this day. She said, every person there, if you cut them inside, their blood is going to be the same color. She said, it doesn't matter what they look like on the outside. You're just as good as them, and you're going to go there and you're going to do well. And that was the end of that. And then went to Howard University for my bachelor's degree. Went to work in Philadelphia when I started to experience differences in how I feel I was treated versus someone else. Even though they both attended Howard University for undergraduate school, my dad, went to law school there. They always stressed to us that when you're competing, sometimes you're going to have to be twice as good. I think one of the things that we need to do more is dialogue. I think, and I'll just use as an example, we have so many assumptions in this country about other people, even African Americans. African Americans in the North have assumptions about African Americans in the South. It shows a higher level of respect when we let people know, this is what I think, but this is what I think because I've been taught this. I want to think differently, so please help me, please inform me, please educate me. So communication is the first step. It definitely has to be. We have to start talking, getting outside of our comfort zones and talk to people who don't look like us, who don't sound like us, who don't live in the same communities. We're a very insular society. People feel more comfortable with people who look like them, people who had the same educational background. I think we have to start talking to people who are not, when things are safe, who are not in our bubble. We have to move towards agreeing to disagree. And if we disagree, we're still going to respect each other. I really am hopeful. I think if we weren't hopeful, the Holocaust would have decimated every Jewish person on the planet. I think if there was no hope, slavery would have decimated every African American. And the same for Native Americans. We will get to the place that Dr. Martin Luther King envisioned, where all children, all races, will be able to say, free at last. There's no change of limitation on anyone in terms of what they can achieve in this country.